So, as time goes on throughout the series, this base will be built up more and more and more. I'm gonna need to create the, I'm gonna create the essentials first. A storage room, you know, a roof, walls, floor, all that stuff. Right here, I have organized everything I've collected thus far. And some of the stuff I've actually gotten a head start in, thanks to my travels. I wanna create farms and stuff. I wanna really create things that can really give me a lot of benefit, you know? So I'm gonna keep collecting palm logs, a lot of them. Also because I may or may not have accidentally turned a lot of them into chests. But hey, that's also gonna come in handy later. Because I'm gonna need a lot of chests to be able to make a lot of storage. Also, one of these nights when I slept, there was this weird figure that like appeared in front of me. I can't describe exactly what it looked like, but it had like two floaty things beside it, and it was like right in front of the bed. And I don't know if that was like a visual glitch or if it was something actually there, but something appeared there. Throughout this series, oh, I should probably build a fence so I don't fall off. Throughout this series, I want to explore the areas around here. I also need to have this screenshotted so that I can remember where my base is. I think this is probably going to lead straight to the village. No. I need to figure out, is it going to be out here? Is it going to be down from here? It's tough for me to decide, but for this episode, I'm going to be like focusing on the basics. I'm probably going to have to cut parts of it down. It might still end up being over an hour, I don't know. But we'll see what happens. Ah! What the hell? Ah! What are you? What are you doing? Stop it! What is happening? I don't know what you are, but you're not welcome here. No. No. A blitz mode? What is a blitz mode? Okay, well, they're not that hard to kill, thankfully, even with non-enchanted weapons. What is a blitz mode? Blitz powder. What do I use for blitz powder? Fulminating grenade. Lightning charge. How? Okay, well that was an experience and a half. Okay, well I guess the interesting things do happen when I'm... What can I make with this? I have to register at least 1 point. I gotta figure out the controls here. I'm probably not gonna wind up using a lot of the keybinds and everything, unless I have to configure something. That was confusing though. That was really confusing. Oh. Maybe maybe this texture pack I didn't have loaded in is the reason why I... Oh. Okay. Testing out shaders. Seems like they work really well with 32 gigabytes and some very powerful graphics cards. Good news, folks. I just found out that the resource pack does in fact work. I wasn't able to capture it, but a certain someone was standing right here. Oh, I was like trying to get stuff from my shovel and like managing my inventory. I turn around and he's there. Okay, well this is gonna be disturbing. Jesus, see? I told you. I fucking told you. I knew it. He was there. He was there. Oh my god. Oh, that's gonna make this series a lot more interesting. I can't. I don't have iron. Ooh. Oh, you probably noticed. I removed the, it turns out it was not the immersive weathering mod that caused the tornadoes and stuff. That was the, Storms, Weathers, and Tornadoes mod. I decided to remove it because if I'm out exploring and a tornado forms, I can't trust that it's not gonna tear apart my base while I'm away, and I can't do anything to stop it. Plus, it gets kind of obnoxious when you can't see where you're going. But I am keeping in the immersive weathering mod. I need to find some iron. A flower? What? What? Oh, fluorite. Is it flower? I get it. Okay. So, I decided to place 2 blocks on each crop row in case any of them need more than 1 block of space to grow something. Alright. Good deal. Oh, oh. Huh. Well, that's interesting. Okay, I think I dug down far enough. Now I just have to start working on the rooms, and the first, the first one's gonna be the rooms of blocks and ores. Never mind, I've not dug down far enough. Raw lead. Oh. Oh, okay, that's 10. So, I think I'm gonna divide each storage room by the mod. Like, you know, like pneumatic craft. Some of them will be like bunched together like farm food, like Foodtopia, Farmcraft, or whatever the mods are called. But this, I don't. I've got a lot to learn. There we go. Minero de Ceramica. This is part of Foodcraft? Oh. Should I be holding this? Isn't raw uranium No, is raw uranium radioactive? I looked it up and I think it's only slightly radioactive, but not enough to actually instantly hurt me. Cassiterite? What's cassiterite? I'm not sure what cassiterite means. Also, I made a bit of an advancement here. Each room is going to have some nice spacing to it, based on certain engineering thingies. Anytime I come across something new, I will, you know, create a path. I'm probably going to make my path to the village right against the ceiling of this, so that I can just keep mining forward without having to readjust the pathway. Yeah, that's probably what I'll do. Give me that. Magnetite. It's getting not really late, but I've been working a lot today, so I'm probably gonna finish this up tomorrow. It's gonna be basically be me making a lot of rooms for this, and then, you know, I still need to make stuff for like mobs and food and stuff, but I wanted to put the mod rooms here first, and maybe put like this way would lead to food, this way would lead to mob drops and stuff. You know, just really make it feel like it's connected, and I can put the rest of the stuff here. Okay, it's currently 7:03 a.m. So far, everything's so good. I'm working on a lot of rooms here for each of the mods. The more treasure chests I can place down, the more room I have to carry everything around, and the more I can manage everything. I think it's worth noting that there will be so many things collected while I'm mining towards a village or anywhere else. And there's gonna be a lot of, I keep pressing R because I'm so used to pressing R in Terraria to switch to my pickaxe. I don't know why that muscle memory is applying now. Maybe it's because the last time I consistently went to use a pickaxe was in Terraria. But yeah, I have a bit of a system of mining across each room, placing 6 chests in each. I'm almost already out of chests. So I just wanted to like kind of show what's going on here. Magnetite. Railcraft Reborn. Adventure treasures, these are for structures and everything. I'm focusing on the mods themselves right now. Now, something worth noting is a lot of these mods conflict in a particular way. Not really conflict, but they provide a lot of the same named items, but for different mods. Like, raw lead for immersive engineering and raw lead for thermal foundation. I don't think they can cross over each other. I don't think I can use something from thermal foundation for immersive engineering. I think these are like both their own things. So this is definitely going to be a very interesting experience later on. Hey, magnetite. Do I still carry that? I want to take a look at magnetite again, and I want to see, like, there were some other blocks I could use for, like, the coil generator or whatever it's called. I want to see what those are. Okay, that's gross. So 24 on each. So layered magnetite. How do I get layered magnetite? Energizer. Andesite casing and a lightning rod. How do I craft it? How do I... Oh. Okay. Interesting. Strip log. So this should be really interesting to mess with. I guess my first step would be trying to... I guess my first step would be trying to make electricity, later on. Hmm. Okay. Looking good. Looking good so far. Maybe if I move the door over one. That's more like it. I'm probably gonna... So, in terms of all the engineering, I don't know where I'm gonna put all of it. I don't know. What I do know is... I'm gonna try to make this, like, be a room that I can, like, expand if need be. But I don't know how much room I'm actually gonna need for all that, engineering. But, so far... oh, that was a stretching yawn. So far? Hmm. Time to suit up. Not bad. Not bad at all. And now for the final touch. Boop. So check this out. I was taking a look at the generated coil thing, right? It's made from copper ingots, block of andesite alloy. Block of andesite alloy is made from andesite alloy. Andesite alloy is made from iron nuggets, and oh, it can be made from any nugget, and andesite. So theoretically, if I wanted to, once I get back to this, I absolutely could. I absolutely could make a generator coil, and once I get enough magnetite, I can work with that. I just have to figure out what I'm going to use a generator coil for. Like, I know it makes energy or electricity or power. I would have to figure out what that goes to. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to, like, go into a certain a certain depth into satisfactory. And then I'm going to, like, once I get to a certain amount, like, if I get to, I don't want to say 3 tiers, because tiers are easy to work with. I want to say, once I get through, like, a certain phase, I'll take a bit of a break, work in Minecraft a bit, and then go back to the next phase in Satisfactory. Because I don't want to, like, push Minecraft aside for too long, because I would get that itch again. So I think I'll try to, like, balance it out. If this episode comes out before an episode of Satisfactory, then now you know. In fact, why don't I just... I can only make 4. I'll just have to work with that for now. Advancement made. Sturdier rocks. Awesome. Hmm. Hmm. What the fuck? What? What? Holy crap. The seasons really do change. What the fuck? Snow in deserts? Wow. Okay, I gotta take advantage of this. I absolutely gotta take advantage of this. I never So I can experience, if not all, I can definitely experience a lot of the seasons here. This is amazing. In fact, I'm fairly certain I need snow for some. I need snow for some things. I didn't even realize this was going on. Oh, that's cool. This really is the perfect spot. How about that? How about that? Yep, I've labeled my crops. I'm probably gonna expand it sometime later if I find more crops, or maybe I'll switch them out. But for now, I can collect these, and I'll show you where I put them. Ooh, do I want to? Lettuce? Melon? You know what? Why not? I've got some emeralds. Thank you. So, while I was working on the base, I took a look at some of the things I could make with some of these engineering mods, and it appears that, at most, some of the things I want to make cannot be made until I actually make it into the nether. So, so far, I've been making a lot of progress, and I have cut out quite a lot of clips that I originally had. As you can see here, I've made a storage room for different kinds of food, which I've stored food and seeds in here. It's not quite done yet. In here, I'm working on monster drops, but for the monsters I have not encountered yet, who knows how long this very room could go on for. I did encounter that. I did encounter bandits and that. What was it called? A blitz. So I'm going by sorting vanilla to mods. So here we have the vanilla mobsters. You know, creepers, spiders, ghast, wither skeletons, phantoms, stuff like that. I did not include a chest for totems of undying because woodland mansions are they only have a particular chance of spawning, so why put a chest for something that's not automatically guaranteed? And B, totems of undying are a pain in the ass enough to get. But I do plan on making a chest for whatever mobs I come across. So far we've got the basics, of course. As you can see here. So yeah, I don't know what mobs or how many mobs I'm going to be facing with all of these, with the over 175 mods installed, some of which add new monsters. I think only a handful of them actually do, though. So that's worth noting. You might be wondering why it looks so incomplete. And this is actually an extension into a large watery cave. I actually had to balance a bit of stone, iron, and zinc in terms of tools. I have all these zinc ingots here. In the meantime, I was also kind of looking at some of the recipes here, and I realized that rose quartz is needed to make something called a deployer, which is that crushing machine that I can't remember if that was in an earlier clip. So we have rose quartz, which is made by... Oh. So yeah, 8 redstone dust and 1 nether quartz, which means we'd have to go to the nether to make this. And this rose quartz can make... Where is it? When used in a... Wait a minute. Hold on. Electron tube. Polished rose quartz. Wait. Wait a minute. Okay, so let me get this straight. To make a deployer, I need polished rose quartz. To get polished rose quartz... Oh! Sandpaper polishing. How do I make sandpaper? Oh. Literally sand it... Oh! Well, I can literally make I can literally make sandpaper. Okay, so yeah. Still kind of working a bit on the, storage and everything. So far, I've actually gotten to a really, really good point. So I wanted to use this video clip to explain something. And I think I explained this. I can't remember if I explained this in Satisfactory, but if I didn't, or if I did, then I want to explain this here too. I'm going to be swapping between both games at a very even pace. You see, Satisfactory has a certain amount of tiers, and tiers and phases. And these phases, there are I think 5 of them. The first 4 phases have 3 tiers. And with each of 3 tiers completed, I figured I could take a bit of a break from Satisfactory and swap back into Minecraft. So my plan is, I'm going to upload the Minecraft modded episodes first, and then once I've reached a point where I can switch to Satisfactory, I'll switch to Satisfactory, do plenty of work there, upload some episodes there, and then swap back. I don't want to just focus on one side and then go through it completely and then focus on the other, because I want to make sure I maintain an even balance for both of them. If I develop an itch for one game while I'm focused on the other, it's going to become more difficult for me to resist, and eventually it'll throw things out of whack. So I want to balance, like, space the two out. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not going to, like, do anything large or major off screen. Like, if I find pieces for create contraptions, I'm not gonna do that, like, off screen, because I absolutely do want to make an episode out of that, like recording the process of what it's like. And, you know, like, putting in edits like background music and sound effects and everything. I did mention before that I'm going to be saving that for when I actually finish the base and I can actually, you know, go out and venture. The very roof of my base, like the upper floors, I don't know if all of them are going to be exclusively for engineering, but I do want them to at least be a potential for use of engineering. Because, actually, do I want to put that down here? Do I? Because all the storage is down here, and with all the stone around all the stone and stuff around us, I mean, it could potentially be useful for, you know. Do I want to? That's the thing. That's the thing I've been considering. Do I want the engineering to be up above or down below? Because up above, I mean, there's, like, more room and everything, but you know, it takes quite a bit to get the right finesse for creating the perfect, Actually, when I really think about it, like, making it up above would have, like, a lot more room and everything. Like, I could make a room as big as I want to. And it would just mean that I would need the right amount of blocks to really create that room. But if I make it down below, where there's already blocks that are in my way, I can just carve the room into whatever size I want. The only tricky thing would be figuring out, like, what mods have what machineries and everything, and how to make the rooms that fit them. You know? Like, this Create series right here. There's a lot of machines for Create. Like, if I type in Create, look at all these machineries. Now, I don't want all the devices and everything to be, you know, below ground. Some of them have to be above ground. So what I could probably do is I could probably make, like, a balance between the two. But, of course, we're not yet at the point where I can just record me messing about with Create and everything. But I did want to think about this ahead of time, because Create is... It basically, like, makes a more interesting and, dare I say, simpler method of, well, combining certain materials. I mean, from what I've seen, it's mostly the same as going into a crafting table, but I think it'd be really cool to just let the machinery do the work. Not only that, it could also be made automatic, so that I could do something else while while the machinery does its job. It would take a lot of understanding, of course. Like, that's absolutely for certain, because I've never ever touched the Create mod before. And other things like immersive engineering, electrodynamics, the thermal series, pneumatic craft, like, all this stuff I really want to try and mess with. And I think it would be really, really cool to, like, experiment and just really see where my imagination and creativity can take me. Now, like I said, as you can see here, I have a storage room for food and a storage room for mob drops in the works. And here we have blocks and treasures for, like, the default stuff. So we have iron, gold, diamonds, emeralds, redstone, lapis, coal. And then we have stone, dirt, gravel, sand, wood stuff, and these other chests for stuff I'm not quite sure about yet, but I'll figure it out. I have deep cave blocks because I did run into stuff like cobbled deep slate, dripstone, smooth basalt, tough, stuff like that. End blocks is for the end. Nether blocks is for the nether, of course. Structure treasures is for if I run into things like, the jungle temple doesn't really count unless I take blocks from the jungle temple itself. Adventure treasures. This is like if I go out and explore and I like find things that I can't really figure out if they go into a proper category. Why is there a chest missing here? That's weird. Yeah, it looks like an absolute mess right now, but that's because, I don't know if I really showed this, but I had to carve out each room in a particular manner. I had to make the walls thin enough to save up on resources so that the wall over here is also the wall over here. And it looks like an absolute mess right now, but what I figured out is I can take a block from a certain mod, and if I can get enough materials to make, let's say, 7 of them, I can make it into a doorway. Or if I get more than 7, I can even, like, make it into, like, a little pathway. So, like, this kind of block right here, this block of lead, I could put 2 here, like, make a little pathway here, make a doorway, and it would be a lot easier for me to tell what's what. Ice and Fire. This is the mod that introduces stuff like fiery dragons and things. Not really sure how far that's gonna go. That's energized power. 10. So the thing that I believe I mentioned before is these mods all carry very similar looking items of the same name. Like, Railcraft Reborn has zinc. Create has zinc. And like a lot of these carry the same looking items with the same name. And I think I know why. Because a lot of these come from engineering mods, and in engineering, a lot of different materials are for a lot of different purposes. Like how gold is used for electronics, how like stuff like lead and tin and stuff like that is used for very particular uses. And I want like this right here is zinc and tin. So they're used for a lot of very similar things. But that does not mean that these mods are all the exact same. And that's something I want you guys to keep in mind. So let's see. Tin goes to mechanism. And the tricky thing is, with some of these mods, I haven't found enough unique blocks to really make each one stand out. And that's kind of in the difficult part, because since a lot of them have tin or zinc or whatever, or lead, it's like, okay, well, the blocks that they come out as will look different, but they can also look similar because of how many share the same traits. So I really want to find a block that's, distinct enough on its own to mark which block goes to what mod. And over time, I have managed to memorize that this one is for create, this one is for thermal. I probably should like change the doorway block for that too. Like, I wanted to record this clip because while building my base, a lot has been cut out. A lot has been cut out that wasn't really important in the video. And last night, on September 12th, I actually went to editing the videos and managed to shorten them down to a reasonable amount. And funny thing, episode 3 was originally like over an hour long, but when I cut out all the unnecessary stuff, and I originally started in episode 4, it got to the point where episodes 3 and 4 combined, well, up until this clip, which probably would make this an episode 3 of itself with how long I've been rambling. But episodes 3 and 4's footage combined, when modified, edited, and cut down, it fit into an episode 3, not even over half an hour long. Well, actually, it was roughly about 32 minutes long or so, but I'm sure with this clip it probably became like 40 minutes or something. But if that's the case, I probably would end the episode after this rant, or after a couple of more clips. It depends. But I was hard at work making sure that things are working just how I want them to. Now, something I want to reassure you guys is I'm not going to be doing anything big and dramatic when I'm not recording. Like, I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to like create all these contraptions off screen, because it's going to be like a new experience for me that I'm going to be, doing trial and error and trying to figure out. And I really, really wanted to like be able to record that. Doing things like mining for ores probably would be kind of done off screen, because hey, I didn't show like all the ores I collected, but I know that there's like a clip of me trying to get iron from a cave full of them, and I'm going to be seeing these ores all over the place, so it's not like it's going to be an extremely rare occurrence. In fact, I think these ores are a bit too common, because 99% of the time I ran into a lot of ores that I had to keep storing away. But with all these storage, all the storage out here, it's going to be a lot easier for me to really manage. And with that point being made, earlier on I did mention that I really wanted to... Well, did I mention it? I can't remember. But one of the ideas I had was right above, like, right about here, if this was going to be the ceiling of this room, then, oh boy, if I mine this, I hope no water's going to come flooding in. Probably, just in case. So yeah, hang on. So let's say this became the ceiling, right? And around here, well, I guess that'd be kind of tricky because water would flood out if I broke that. But let's say up above this block is going to be a pathway that I want to lead all the way over to the village that I originally visited. Now, mining all the way to that, it would take a lot of tools, a lot of resources, a lot of time. And I don't think that's something I want to do during my little lead up to getting back into Satisfactory, because mining something like that would literally take all day. With how fast I traveled by boat, that would still be a long way to just mine back. I do have the coordinates to tell where the villages are, but even then it would be like really difficult to just go back there. And I want to like come up here and show you guys what I've gotten done so far, because I don't think I've shown it to you. I don't think I've shown it to you in full. Oh, hey, it's snowing again. So the mod that's doing this, I believe, is called Serene Seasons. And it basically makes it so that as time goes by, the seasons can change. The spring, summer, fall, winter, stuff like that. And I honestly find that really cool. I've tried to figure out how this works, and it's said that when it's attached to like a moistened block, I could like turn it and it would like fill with water. I tried doing it with and without the jar, but I don't really know if I'm doing it right. I don't know if there's like some plumbing I have to do. So far I've not really gotten far with that. I still have to make a fishing farm, but I think that's gonna be like a last priority thing. So yeah, these floors, I haven't finished building them because I don't know how wide these floors are going to be. Man, that is so cool. I don't know how wide these floors are going to be if I use them for engineering. Now, some of the engineering does require resources like water. And I have my little wood farm over there, as you can see. I should probably build it a little lower though. But yeah, I have my little balcony there. So I'm like still trying to figure everything out with these floors. And I think it'll all come together when I'm able to like really properly focus on it. On occasion I have run into some bandits out here. As time goes on, once I have like more than enough wood. In fact, my next priority is probably going to be getting a crap ton of palm wood, just so I don't ever have to worry about planting these again. So yeah, as you can see here, I have all these crops labeled. I managed to put them down in the place where there's like food and storage and stuff, and put those away. Actually, I want to look up something real quick. Honey. Yeah, okay, so honeycomb. As I suspected. I had a feeling honey was gonna have something to do with creative fluid tank. Wait. Huh. So yeah, there's like some beehives around here that offer honey, but I'd have to get like some campfires and stuff to actually collect it without being stung to death. So yeah, as you can see here so far, I'm kind of getting to the point where I can focus on Satisfactory again. with everything that's been going on. Not everything is complete, but I managed to make some efficient systems here. And I wanted to show this off, probably to conclude this episode, because it's going to take a lot of work, and I haven't even like finished making the mine yet that goes all the way down. And that is probably something I would do off screen, because you all know how a mine works. You mine downward. If you want to make it easier to traverse, you make staircases, or dare I say, I'd probably later replace the staircases with rail, like railways. I don't know if there's anything else I really want to mention. I do know that a lot of this would take a lot of work. There's still some finesse for the storage room, some cells I have to do. But what I want to do is like decorate each room with blocks from the mod they're from. Like nether and end blocks, those would be from, the nether and the end. Adventure blocks or adventure treasures, probably palm wood. Like it's gonna be a lot of work, but I'm really happy with how things turned out. I really am. Electrodynamics. Got a lot of interesting things here. Bauxite, monazite, halite, lead. Okay, that would make 3 blocks. I'm gonna put a torch in here. Honestly, I'm surprised that monsters haven't spawned in here. I mean, in the process of making it, I didn't have a lot of places marked with torches, so I don't know if any of the mods are kind of making it easier on me. But I'm really happy with how things have been turning out. I really am. Argentite. What can I make argentite into? Silver grit. So yeah, in case you're wondering how I'm doing that, I go into my inventory and I press U, and it tells me what it's used for. Wait, actually I'm curious. Palm shrub. What's a palm shrub for? Doesn't really tell me. I mean, I don't know. I don't think there's a mod that really tells me the description of what every single block I have does, because that would mean they would also have to take a lot of mods into consideration. And even then, like, I don't know what mods it would cover if it did cover mods, so I doubt that's going to be a thing. So what I'm probably going to do is probably going to finish replacing the blocks in this room and the other room. And then I'll make a block that goes downward. Not block. I'll make a staircase that goes downward to serve as a mine. The thing is, jeez, oh my fucking god. That still gets me every time. I'm pretty sure that what I was supposed to do with that mod was like drop a data pack into one of the .minecraft folders, and when I made the world, it would be like, warning, something, some mysterious unknown entity has been loaded into the world, or whatever the message says. And then I'd be like, you click on, I know what I'm doing, but because I forgot to turn on the resource pack, I believe, when I made this world, it didn't do that. The resource pack and data pack is supposed to make it look like there's like 2 moons in the sky, and like you find trees with you find trees with no leaves and shit like that. You know, the classic Herobrine creepypasta stuff. The most he does is appear and just spook ya. But my god, is it creepy when he just silently appears like that. So yeah, by this point, this is probably going to mark the end of the episode because I've been rambling on and on in a single clip. But I gotta figure out where I'm going to put the mine. Still gotta figure that out. Over time, as I like come back to this and I work on certain parts of the base, I want to, like, you know, put in the engineering, put in some, you know, upgrades, defenses, stuff like that. Really just make the most of all the mods I have, because there is a lot out there to explore. And believe you me, it's going to take a lot of pondering, a lot of knowledge, a lot of understanding to really get the most out of everything. The thing I really look forward to, as I've said many times, is the engineering, because I've never really like done anything that cool. And I know that not a lot of it's. I don't know if all of it's going to be like exactly as I hope it to be, because some of it is just alternate methods of making new items. But I think it'd be cool, especially if it's like automated, or you use stuff like a hand crank to turn it into something. Really feels like you're giving power to machinery that you and contraptions that you made yourself. And hey, some of that stuff is automatically generated, so you can just plop it in there and just let it do the work for you. I know that some of the villagers in the villages I went to, there's like gunsmiths and stuff. So chances are I'm bound to find something that would really help me get a better understanding of how this all works. I think that's everything I wanted to really say here. I know that I've just been going back and forth in the same area, but this was mostly for explaining everything that I wanted you guys to know and understand. Because, oh yeah, this room was originally going to be reactor, but when I looked in the just enough items menu, I couldn't find anything marked reactor. I tried looking at... I'll make groans. Oh? Oh, I think it's coming from either above or below me. Yeah, like, I tried looking up reactors, and I realized I might have misread one of the mods. Oh, wait. Alunite is part of the real peaceful mode, so... Yeah, I think that's all that I wanted to say. So I wanted to really get you guys up to speed on everything that was going on and everything. I want to really explain how going between Minecraft and Satisfactory would work. And I'm honestly pretty satisfied because everything has, been tied together very nicely. So, until next time, everyone, in the next episode of either Satisfactory or modded Minecraft, likely the former, if not the latter, where I'm gonna be working hard on things here. Gonna be making sure things are just how I want them to be, and I'm gonna make sure that I don't do anything big and major. I don't do anything big and major off screen, because I know you guys would wanna be around for that. Probably gonna decorate this with cobbled deep slate. So if you like this video, hit that like button. If you want more content in the future, subscribe to my channel and hit that bell, and I'll see you next time.